Thaipusam. Thaipusam is a Hindu festival celebrated mostly by the Tamil community on the full moon in the Tamil month of Thai. It is mainly observed in countries where there is a significant presence of Tamil communities such as India, Sri Lanka, Malaysia, Mauritius Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand and Myanmar. The word Thaipusam is a combination of the name of the month, Thai, and the name of a star, Pusam. This particular star is at its highest point during the festival. The festival commemorates the occasion when Parvati gave Murugan a veiled spear so he could vanquish the evil demon Soorapadman. There is a misconception among people that Thaipusam marks Murugan's birthday. However, it is believed that Vaikhasi Vishakam, which falls in the Vaikhasi month, is Murugan's birthday. Origin: Skanda was created during one of the battles between the Asuras and the Devas. At one point, the latter were defeated several times by the former. The Devas were unable to resist the onslaught of the Asura forces. In despair, they approached Shiva and entreated to give them an able leader under whose heroic leadership they might obtain victory over the Asuras. They surrendered themselves completely and prayed to Shiva. Shiva granted their request by creating the mighty warrior, Skanda, out of his own power or Akintia Shakti. He at once assumed leadership of the celestial forces, inspired them and defeated the Asura forces, and to recognize that day the people created the festival, Thaipusam. Skanda Puranam: according to Skanda Puranam, the legend of Murugan, and Thaipoosam, which are divine verses on Murugan, adhere to Shaivam principles. Murugan is the embodiment of Shiva's light and wisdom, and devotees pray to him to overcome the obstacles they face, as he is the divine vanquisher of evil. The motive of Thaipusam festival is to pray to God to receive his grace so that bad traits are destroyed. Kavadi. Kavadi Kavadiyatam is a dance performed by the devotees during the ceremonial worship of Murugan, the Tamil god of war. It is often performed during the festival of Thaipusam and emphasizes debt bondage. The Kavadi itself is a physical burden through which the devotees implore for help from the god Murugan. Generally, Hindus take a vow to offer a Kavadi to idol for the purpose of tiding over or averting a great calamity. For instance, if the devotee's son is laid up with a fatal disease, he would pray to Shanmuga to grant the boy a lease of life, in return for which the devotee would take a vow to dedicate a Kavadi to him. Preparations. Devotees prepare for the celebration by cleansing themselves through prayer and fasting approximately 48 days before Thaipusam. Kavadi bearers have to perform elaborate ceremonies at the time of assuming the Kavadi and at the time of offering it to Murugan. The Kavadi bearer observes celibacy and take only pure, sattvic food, once a day, while continuously thinking of God. On the day of the festival, devotees will shave their heads and undertake a pilgrimage along a set route while engaging in various acts of devotion, notably carrying various types of Kavadi. At its simplest, this may entail carrying a pot of milk, but mortification of the flesh by piercing the skin, tongue or cheeks with fell skewers is also common. The simplest Kavadi is a semicircular decorated canopy supported by a wooden rod that is carried on the shoulders, to the temple. In addition, some have a small spear through their tongue, or a spear through the cheeks. The spear pierced through his tongue or cheeks reminds him constantly of Lord Murugan. It also prevents him from speaking and gives great power of endurance. Celebrations. In Pilani, Tamil Nadu, India, thousands of devotees flock to Pilani and attend Kavadi. According to Pilani.org, the number of Kavadis reaching Pilani for Taippūcam is about 10,000. For Pankuniuttaram, 50,000 Kavadis arrive. It is Kavadi to your right, Kavadi to your left, Kavadi in front of you, Kavadi behind you, Kavadi above you and Kavadi below you. In Vedala, Saint Valala, Ramalinga Adigala, established Satyagnana Sabai, Lotus Temple. He kept 7 screens and camphor lighted Jyothi every Thaipusam day at 6 a.m., 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 7 p.m., 10 p.m., and the next day 5:30 in this temple. Every monthly Pusam day 7 p.m. half-screen Jyothi Darshan performing. This was established in the year 1872, which is the Arat Parum Jyothi Darshan. It can be seen monthly once and yearly 6 times only, on the state government declare local holiday for the Kudla Law District. In Thaipoosam Sami Temple, Alaputsa, Kerala is famous for Kavadiyatam, almost 5,000 Kavadis coming to the temple from many temples in the locality. Gaga, in Keys Hattingal Subramanya Swami Temple, Attingal, Thiruvananthapuram, 10,000 Kavadis coming to the temple from many various temples in the locality. In Vaikhasi, Kerala, India, Thaipusam festival is conducted with Kavadis at Uddayanapuram Subramanya Temple. Devotees take Pankam Ritha Kavadi, Pal Kavadi, Basma Kavadi, etc. In Karamana, Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala, India, Thaipusam festival is conducted at Satyavagiswara Temple. The Usavamuthi is taken in procession on a Vahanam. There is Nel, Paddy, Parayalapu or Nelalavu, as a ritual performed for good luck and prosperity. In Cheriornid Subramanya Swami Temple, Shangana, Alaputsa District, Kerala, India, Thaipusam is celebrated with more than 500 Kavadis. The rituals are followed in strict manner. In Nala, Jaffna, Sri Lanka, Thaipusam festival is conducted at Nalakanthasami Temple. Many Tamil devotees irrespective of religion take part in celebrations. Even Tamils from Roman Catholic faith and Muslims take part in Thaipusam celebrations and take Kavadis. Outside Tamil Nadu, the largest Thaipusam celebrations take place in Mauritius, Malaysia and Singapore. It is a public holiday in several states in Malaysia, including Kuala Lumpur, Putrajaya, Selangor, Penang, Perak, Kedah, Johor, Negeri Sembilan. Thaipusam in Malaysia, Batu Caves. In Malaysia, the temple at Batu Caves, near Kuala Lumpur, often attracts over 1 million devotees and tens of thousands of tourists. The procession to the caves starts at the Sri Mahamariamman Temple, Kuala Lumpur in the heart of the city and proceeds for 15 kilometers to the caves, an 8-hour journey culminating in a flight of 272 steps to the top. Devotees carry containers containing milk as offering to Lord Murugan either by hand or in huge decorated carriers on their shoulders called kavadi. The kavadi may be simple wooden arched semicircular supports holding a carrier foisted with brass or clay pots of milk, or huge, heavy ones which may rise up to 2 meters, built of bowed metal frames which hold long skewers, the sharpened end of which pierce the skin of the bearer's torso. The kavadi is decorated with flowers and peacock feathers imported from India. Some kavadi may weigh as much as 100 kilograms. After bathing in the nearby Sunjay Batu, the devotees make their way to the temple cave and climb the flights of stairs to the temple in the cave. Devotees use the wider center staircase while worshippers and onlookers throng up and down those balustrades on either side. When the kavadi bearer arrives at the foot of the 272-step stairway leading up to the temple cave, the devotee has to make the arduous climb. Priests attend to the kavadi bearers. Consecrated ash is sprinkled over the hooks and skewers piercing the devotee's flesh before they are removed. No blood is shed during the piercing and removal. Penang, Thaipusam is celebrated at Tan Nirmalaya Rulmagai Balor Tandi Uthapani Temple in Georgetown. It is one of the main events in Penang. On the eve of Thaipusam, a silver chariot with the statue of Lord Muruga is led on a procession, accompanied by Chettiar Kavadis or devotees, carrying peacock feathers. The procession usually starts at 6:00 am departing from Corvalvedu at Market Street and travelling through Shulia Street, Victoria Street, Pranjan Road Court, C.Y. Choi Road, Magazine Road, Compta, Datai Keramat Road, Irving Road, Jalan Utama and Waterfall Road on its route. It reaches the Natuk Kotte Chettiar Temple at Waterfall Road at about midnight, culminating a 15-hour journey. On the eve day, coconuts are smashed on the roads before the chariot to symbolize the shattering of one's ego and the pursuit of self-realization. In addition, devotees also make offerings of fruits, flowers and incense to the Lord Muruga in the silver chariot on Thaipusam Day. Devotees undertake a pilgrimage from the Lorong Kulit Temple to the Thorn Nirmalaya Rulmagai Balor Tandi Uthapani Temple. It is located high on a hill. Carrying kavadis can be an act of penance or fulfillment of a vow done to develop spirituality. The kavadis can take the form of palkadam as offerings to God or in the form of physical endurance by piercing the cheeks, tongue, or skin on the body with hooks and vel skewers. The Thornirmalaya Rulmagai Balal Tandi Uthapani temple can accommodate up to 800,000 devotees for the annual Thaipusam festival. Devotees need to climb over 500 steps to reach the hilltop temple. This is more than the 272 steps at the famous Bachu caves. Upon reaching the temple, devotees will fulfill their vows, offer thanksgiving prayers and penance to Lord Murugan on the next day. The silver chariot with Lord Murugan makes a return trip to Corval Viju at Market Street from the Natukote Chettiar Murugan temple. The return trip from the Waterfall temple lasts from 6:00 p.m. until dawn the next day. It takes a different route back, passing through Waterfall Road, Gottlieb Road, Jalan Tunku Abdul Rahman, Cantonment Road, McAllister Road, Anson Road, Burma Road, Transfer Road, Sri Bahari Road, Penang Road, Campbell Street, Buckingham Street, Jalan Masjid Kapitan Keling, Shulia Street, Queen Street, China Street, Beach Street and Market Street. On this day, the same activities that were carried out on the eve of Thaipusam are carried out again along the route of the procession. During this 3-day celebration, one can find over 100 beautifully decorated stalls erected along Weston Road and Gottlieb Road. These stalls sell traditional Indian goods, souvenirs, decorative items and snacks and refreshments. Thunderous loud music, singing, dancing and the beating of drums can be seen and heard from afar throughout the festival. This is a festival of rich culture and deep tradition in Penang. Thaipusam in Singapore. In Singapore, Hindu devotees start their procession at the Sri Srinivasa Perumal Temple in the early morning, carrying milk pots as offerings or attaching kavadis, and spikes pierced on their body. The procession travels for 4 kilometers before finishing at Tank Road, Sri Thendi Uthapani Temple. On the previous day, the deity Lord Sri Thendi Uthapani is taken on a procession in the silver chariot to Sri Layan Sithi Vinagar Temple and returns in the evening followed by Chettiar Kavadis and other devotees. This event is popularly called as Thaipoosam in Singapore. On Thaipusam Day, hundreds of devotees offer prayers either by piercing their body with spikes and lemon, pulling a chariot or carrying kavadis from Sri Srinivasa Perumal Temple. The devotees then offer their prayers and fulfill their vows. The well in the sanctum is showered with milk continuously for hours. Several Chinese devotees and people of other religion and races also come to fulfill their vows on this day. Sri Thendi Uthapani Temple is celebrating this festival in Singapore for more than 100 years with pomp and splendour. Annathanam is provided from 12:30 p.m. to 4:00 p.m. on Thaipusam Day, at the Chettiar Wedding Hall located within the temple premises. Although rare, scenes of people from different ethnic groups and faiths bearing kavadi can also be seen in Malaysia. Thaipusam is also increasingly being celebrated by the ethnic Chinese in Malaysia and Singapore. Similar festivals in other religions. Similar to Thaipusam festival of Tamil Hindus, is the Nine Emperor Gods festival in Southeast Asia, and Tajagan Jinjay also called the Vegetarian Festival in Thailand. It is celebrated every year, particularly in Phuket area of Thailand, where the participants pierce their bodies, face, tongue with spikes and hold a procession. The purpose of this Chinese and Thai practice is a mixture of veneration for their gods and ancestors. In Philippines, Christians celebrate Penitencia as a festival where people pierce and flagellate themselves to understand and express solidarity with the pain of Jesus Christ during his crucifixion. See also, Hinduism in Southeast Asia, Hinduism in Malaysia and Singapore, Indians in Malaysia and Singapore, Taipoosam Kavadi in South Africa, Notes and References, 1996, Pancorbo, Luis, Los Picados de Thaipusam en Fiestas del Mundo. Las Mascaras de la Luna ppA 85 a €93. Editions del Cerbal. Barcelona. ISBN 84-7628-168-4. External links, Thaipusam documentary, Thaipusam a Sabah, Malaysia, Festival of Thaipusam, Little Krishna 3D animation movie for Thaipusam 2011.